Morning Marijuana Motivation. I'm Moses Marquis, and today's my birthday. It's April 1st, 2022. I'm officially 42 years old, and today we are going to talk about don't suck it up. Unless you're in a sexual situation, then I want you to suck it all up, all over my tongue. I want it. The other part, and it says that you're like, unless you're getting busy in the Burger King bathroom, I don't want you to suck it up. Today we're going to talk about mental health again. We talk about it every day, and we're talking about coping mechanisms. And today we're going to talk about toxic coping mechanisms because this is my birthday and I get to choose to talk about it this morning. I broke bread with my brethren in this tent, got to share some tears with some friends, and this little festival that I'm going to throw in, Summer Weed Festival, is quite the growing thing. I'd love to just talk about stage and lighting and acts and people showing up and weed and all these things. It was 420 yesterday, still continuing the 420. I'm rolling my morning blunt, but the VIP to get a room together, you know. Look at this awesome art. Look, girls are so creative. I love it. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. And this morning, I cried. I was supposed to have a kid. Same time my birthday. And it affects me. And I keep talking why it affects me because I don't want people to suck it up. I don't want you to pretend any longer that it's okay. The pretending will only get to pretend a lie. It's like imagination, right? When you're imagining things, it doesn't make it exactly real. Now, I get visions. Those are real because they're a flash. Imagination is a pretend flash. It's the way you wish it to be instead of the way it actually is and should be. Or the way we think it should be, which is another huge mindfuck that we do to ourselves. We put ourselves in scenarios to say, hey, life should have been this way. I should have had this baby. You should have been with me. And the truth of it is there's so much chaos and confusion out there. That's not how it adds up. Life doesn't have a script. It doesn't follow any sets of rules. It's not a fucking movie. But we live for the movies. We'll fucking spend all our money looking at movies, watching weird shit, you know, fake creatures into fake worlds happening. How many of us do that? We live in that world because our world isn't as nice. And talking to my friends this morning, one, my bestie, you know, she's having a tough time. And two, my buddy who's an EMT talks about people that he sees after the fact in the aha moment. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I mean, before someone gets a gunshot, before children are hurt, before he's at a medical situation, somebody had to do something. Somebody had to lose their cool, had to lose their inner calm for it to happen. And that's what ends up happening to us when we suck it up. I always say it comes out of us sideways, but this guy's actually, we talked about this morning, seeing the people aftermath. Like after they've been too lonely for too long, after they've been too depressed for too long, after they've already hurt themselves from loneliness and isolation, where you see somebody hurt in a medical situation. This is only a symptom of the main issue. The main issue is that people need mental health. The main issue is they need someone to talk to, be listened to. Without those things, we're all going to be awkward to each other. We're always going to say stupid shit that we don't mean. We start being mean to each other. And that's what happens when people suck it up. So I've been around that toxic behavior my whole life. Some things are compartmentalized. Sometimes you can't get inside your head and say, hey, I want to lock it down. You get man? Say good morning. Good morning, marijuana patient. Look at these guys. You got to do your own boo baby boom. He's always fucking with me. And
boom, baby, boom.
Yeah, like this is called Andrew St. Yes, he's got his own show now. He's got his own, he's got his own boo baby boom. But this morning, all we talked about was coping mechanisms. And each one of us having to get inside of our heads and say, hey, how do I handle this? Am I handle? Look at this guy. Breakfast day boy. What the hell? Oh my God. Wow. Yes.
The price is this. The price was this. How much breakfast?
You know how much weed that is? He doesn't even know how much weed that is. Look at him. Well, how much is that?
3.5 ounces.
Nice try. It might be close.
I know.
It's about an elbow. Look, it's an elbow.
Bro, I got a scale.
I got a
scale. I smoked weed with your mom.
Okay? Yeah, okay, I know. I'm just saying.
How much weight is?
This dude, I love it. But I was talking about your thing this morning is that you have to see the person after that they already at the end of their mental health. Like you see all the gunshot wounds and it looks like it's a gunshot wound. It's not a gunshot wound. What you're seeing is a depressed person that's already affected themselves for years. And it just so happens that
recording.
yeah, we've almost got 5 more minutes. I'm gonna roll this morning blunt and I'm finish up the show. But I want to explain to people that what they see, like I tell people all the time, you're misidentifying the thing, right? So most people say alcohol, right? It's not alcohol, it's dopamine. So when we call it what it is, it's not a gunshot wound. That's a depression victim. That's what I'm saying. It's like we do that to ourselves where we'll get inside of our world. We'll get inside of our world and try to find a coping mechanism that everyone else is using because seems to be the way, like the alcohol or the sex or whatever else the monkeys we all go up into the mango tree to go get. But the solution was farming, like making more mangoes, out of body. Because like I was telling you, you could go from meth head to meth head, gunshot wound to gunshot wound. It doesn't fix the topic. You would do it all day. You'd have to fix gunshot wounds and meth heads all day because you're not getting to the root of it, right? Like pulling his tooth, he'd have to get to the root of it. And I'm saying these coping mechanisms, the things that I wanted people to do is stop sucking it up. Everybody suck it up, pussy. And I think it's the worst advice ever, dude. That's garbage advice where they say fake it till you make it. That's garbage advice. This is another garbage advice to suck it up. I'm telling people stop sucking it up. I don't mind crying in public. I don't mind crying on my show. I don't mind crying in front of you because it was like, if I can get it out here, it doesn't come out of me sideways later. And I'm much rather have it here where I'm safe and loved in front of my friends and a meal and awesome. Like that makes me feel okay. That doesn't make me feel okay, sucking it up and pretending that it's okay. So I didn't want to do a show. I know I'm supposed to be motivational. I know I'm supposed to do all that shit. And I could do the rah-rah siskum bah. But I think that the strongest thing a person can do is be real with themselves and their emotions so they don't do something crazy and sideways later. And that's all it was. So for my birthday, to your birthday, with tears in my eyes and tears of joy, I wanted to share something with people and say, stop sucking it up. Let it out. Be the type of person that gets healthy with their mental health and says, okay, I am going to go for that morning walk because my mental health isn't that strong, or I am going to cry this morning because I don't want to leave it inside me. I can't decompartmentalize it. I'll take it out and actually look at this thing that I should be working on instead of ignoring it and shoving it down further. And that's what I wanted people to do, is stop shoving it down further. Call your friends, call your best friend, like my best friend called me today and say, hey, I need a mental health day. I'm going to go check in. I just want to check in with you before I check in. And that's what all of us have to do. You be blessed to have a friend that checks in with you. I tell my friends all the time, put me in your top 3. And they're like, what do you mean top 3? I'm like, people to call when you need to talk to them. So I got friends that they can call me, and I got friends that I can call them. And they're not exactly the same people, but I'm just saying, we have to find a way to decompartmentalize our stuff. Professionally, we talked about this morning, because it's nice to have things in compartments. It's even healthier to know which compartments they're in and when to go into them. And I think that's what makes us emotionally intelligent, is for us to go, today we're going to talk about not sucking it up. We're going to talk about actually living it, actually being it, feeling it, and not being like, okay, I want to be my happy self on my birthday and pretend everything's all right. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not pretending anything's all right. What I am going to do is live in the now. And my now is that I got friends in my birthday. I'm at a festival. We got friends, weed, breakfast. Look at this, man. We made breakfast. We got breakfast. And I'm just going to go enjoy breakfast. So that's this morning's marijuana motivation. Do yourself a favor. Don't suck it up anymore. Call the person that you have it in your heart, like that thing you want to talk about. The days aren't promised. Tomorrow's definitely not promised. Get it out your heart. That's what I would suggest to everybody this morning. Is get it out your heart, because it's going to be a very blessed feeling on the other end when you get real with yourself and your feelings. So on my heart from the stars, your boy Marky Saint. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever, and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Give me another boom, baby, boom.
Boom, baby, boom. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, bro. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Ciao. Oh, man. Boom, baby, boom. You're good.